It is time for the Rock Duel of the Century in dark mode. We got a full guide for you here today to 3-star this special episode and this particular level and get to our friend right here, Stink Eye Tortuca. That's right. So let's go ahead and break this down for you here today. Down below, you'll find those timestamps where we'll walk through the strategy, objective, the enemies, the 3 T's as we like to call them, team, treasures, and the lovely toppings as always. Now, if you got a question or comment throughout, let me know because I'd love to hear from you. Come swing by the Discord server as well. Say hello. We got a great active community. And last but not least, we'll wrap it all around. So check out those timestamps and find the portion of today's video that works for you. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this because we got to go help Rockstar Cookie right now. Rock Duel of the Century and get to that Stink Eye Tortuga. So a couple of key pieces, as always, a big one here. Special conditions, great for newer players, even veterans. In particular, the second one there, minimum Cookie skill level 60. You may not have that, but that is a big, and that's a big piece. We also have Bond Sugar Gnome, all that stuff. Now, here's the big one. All damage reduced except for crit damage. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Additionally, we do have enemies debuff resist increased, HP shield capacity decreased, healing decreased, and last but not least, enemies immune to debuffs. All enemies immune to debuffs. Brutal. But with that, first off, we do have our enemies. We have Unicorn Tube Durinir, Duck Tube Durinir, Flamingo Durinir, which is pretty funny, Durinir Cheerfruit, Durinir Franfruit, the Durinir Sling Fruit. These things start to hurt. And you got Head Durinir Shanty Fruit. There's always a big boss at the end of these. So that's key to look out. Now, why do we do this also? Because when you use your quills and you lose, they're not coming back. But this team that we have compiled for you is less than the enemy's power here, which is awesome because this thing's going to 3-star on auto for you, and we're going to show you that to you here in a second. So here's the team that we got. So like I said, first off, crit is very important. When we talk about our treasures, though, we're really focused on these two, and I'll talk about that here in a second. You could certainly go Grim Sigh. However, we're supported by Old Pilgrim on attack, Dream Conductor's Whistle for the crit. And again, focused on the 2 cookies with the highest attack, and then Squishy Jelly Watch here on the cooldowns. So those are very important points to remember because, again, damage matters when it comes to crit here. Regular damage is not going to work, so you got to be careful. Now, we really have this team broken into 3 components, and I'm going to slice it because it is sliced for you here in front of us. First piece being in the front. Again, you're going to want a good tank. Pataya Dragon works well with this team because we got Snap that boosts it. On top of that, the damage resistance plus the attack makes a huge difference for this particular cookie. Additionally, his attack on the 3rd swing AoE pushes everything back, which is what we need, and we'll cover that here in a second. Next, our damage dealers aren't pure damage on direct damage. They are AoE, which is area of effect damage. Our ability to hit a wide range of things is what we need, and we need that because the Durinirs keep coming in lots and lots of waves. You got to push them back. We got Sleep. We got the ability to pull them back here with Dark Pearl. Now, again, they do have all the debuffs, so you got to keep that thing in mind. Now, last but not least, we got healers. We got a great healer combo between PV and Snapdragon. PV for the big heals, additional shield, Snapdragon for tons of buffs, and buffing Pataya Dragon on top of that. Everything else heals and shield. So that is really the way this works for the team. We talked about the treasures. Now to the 3rd T with the toppings. So toppings here, we're on Resonant Raspberry. Now we have tons of guides here on the channel for each of these cookies that you can check out. Our Moonlight here, we're on cooldown. We are not on Resonant for damage. We're on cooldown as well for Black Pearl. We're on cooldown for PV and cooldown here as well for Snapdragon. So that is how this is going to work for us here today. We talked about the enemies. We gave you some of the strategy about the waves. We're going to see that here in a second. We gave you the team to overcome it, which is power less than this, and we're going to 3-star it. And we talked about the treasures and toppings. So let's go ahead and go after this so we can get to that Stink Eye Tortuga and get that guide together for you as well. So as you can see these things pushing in, getting pulled back, We do get a couple of pieces in there, but here you can see they really start to overwhelm. We really want to keep those heals on, keep the stuff back. Our friend right here is starting to run into a little bit of trouble. And the other piece here is this thing in the back is a huge pain. It can hit your back team. We're going to heal here. Even though it's on auto, you can still do it on auto. We want to make sure that we're successful here to help you get through. We do have that head Duranir Shanty Fruit. And then again, lots and lots of our AoEs. So as you can see, we're going to keep pushing these things back. The risk really here is Pitaya. We're going to get that extra heal on and make sure he stays alive. It is going to be so close here. The good news is I think we're going to be there. We will click again just to be safe. There we go. We got the recovery. We got the recovery. Whew. Head Duranir Shanty Fruit. You can see that damage. Needs to be crit. Don't forget it. All right. There we go. That is 3 stars for you here today. Thank you, Snapdragon. We love that. In order to overcome, and we got a raid. You should check out our raid guide, and we will definitely put together more details on that as always. All right. Here we go. So again, Rock of the Century, that is the 3-star guide to overcome this. It is a tricky one. It can be hard as well. Just get 1 star, honestly, because that wave overwhelms you. But now we can get to Stink Eye Tortuca and rock on. But today, we're going to pull this all back. Again, we gave you the 3 T's. We gave you the team. We gave you the toppings. We gave you the treasures to overcome these enemies right above me, with all the other stuff going on as well. We talked about the strategy and how to overcome it. So with that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. As always, appreciate the likes and the subs as we grow this amazing community. We have great ways to stay connected and other great ways to support down below. And in the meantime, between this episode and the next episode, we got a ton of great CookieRun Kingdom content available to you here on the channel. We also have the one and other strategy for both sides, Shacka, Rocka, and all the other stuff as well. So with that, again, thank you. Questions, comments, let me know. Come swing by the Discord server. Another great way to stay in the know. All right, till next time, best luck with Duranirs here. We showed you this guy's a pain. He's a pain. Duranir Sling Fruit. Just be careful with that one. Depending on your team, use this one here. All right, we'll see you soon. Till next time, Mythras, out of here. Take care.